Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 1562. I'm your host, Arwin. And before we start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon. That would be much appreciated, and I can always use the support, so please keep it coming. Right, yeah, so the weather today is turned around completely. It's rainy, cloudy. Wind is not really blowing hard or something, but the clouds are really rushing up there. Very easily see them move. So yeah, it's just a rainy day today. It's kind of lucky that I don't have to go out for groceries. Hello, Clammy, first in chat. Good to see you. Caro Appel, Moxie. It is Thursday, the 6th of April, 2023. Let's see, what is the temperature? It's probably, 9 degrees Celsius. It's a little colder, but it wasn't super cold this night, at least. So yeah. Still had trouble going to bed in time, but better than yesterday at least. I'm working on it. Also, I'm cutting myself off from the whole salt thing. I felt it again. And I recognize that. I think it is literally just salt poisoning. It's like, yeah, I've been taking a lot of that stuff and it's been going great, but now it's just at a certain point a certain limit is hit. I can feel it in my system and I just need to really drop it for a long time, for quite a period until that's gone. But man, I can build up salt reserves before it even starts to damage me. It's incredible. Right. And it's been feeling great, except for now it's just no. It's too much. It's getting too much. Right. Too much salt. Yeah, well, Clammy, it's not like acute salt poisoning where it's you eat too much and then it's oh, not that bad. It's not that bad, but I can still feel it. Yeah, just it's hard to describe. I have to also talk to my healer about this, just to compare notes if that is what it is. But I think it is that. The funny thing is, this is really true. Comparing it now to 20 years ago when I also liked this stuff. It's I can take a lot more, and I mean a lot more of it, without basically feeling anything. And that is really weird to me. It's okay, I'm taking more of it, and I feel less. That's weird. When I'm older. I mean, it's not like alcohol and getting used to it, right? I've become only more intolerant to alcohol, really, over time. But with salt, yeah, it's the opposite. But still, I've hit my limit, so. Hey, Richard G, good to see you. Right. But I mean, if I'd take regular table salt or whatever, yeah, that makes you feel terrible very quickly, because that's just pure saline. right? It's pure salt. Anyway. Okay, Moxie, haha. Right, yeah, some people really can't handle salt. But I genetically have a natural lower blood pressure, so I think that makes me just very capable of just basically like drinking seawater for a bit without noticing, but eventually it will get to you. But man, I can take on salt a lot. I might always have been able to. Like, even in the past, people would look at me like, what are you doing? You're poisoning yourself. When I'm like eating a roll of like risol, and I'm like, what? No, it feels great. They're like, you're crazy. But yeah, I can handle salt. But even I've hit my limit. I mean, I've ate a lot of it. Technically, I'd say I've been eating a roll for like every day for 2 months. That is crazy, by the way. Realizing that. I've never eaten that much in my life. I think I've eaten as much of this stuff as I have like in 10 years in a matter of 2 months. Seriously. Right, so yeah, need to cut it down, or rather cut it off. To give my body some time to actually vacate the salt. Ugh. Or rather, yeah, it should be mostly my kidneys. Anyway. So yeah. The rest of it, I feel pretty good. I had a bit of a bad, I mean, I think it's like correlating with the salt. Because yesterday I had it too, where it just like, I wake up, take my supplements, and suddenly like, kind of had to throw up. Not really throwing anything, but it's like, suddenly my stomach is not handling the supplements just like that on a raw stomach. And I had that today too. But that's like never happened before. Like, I've been taking supplements for a very long time. That never happens. Except like if I drank alcohol or something, or stayed up like really insanely late and feel sickish, then usually I just skip it. But I think that the salt poisoning also has kind of like weakened me in that sense. I don't know what it is. Anyway, don't worry about it too much. It's really as easy as just like not eat it anymore. So I just basically put it out of sight. Anyway. Apple cider vinegar shot. No. Although I've had periods where I would take a bit of vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, right? Because it's also kind of good for my stomach. I've done that for a while. I haven't done it in a while though. I might do that as a replacement. Because the salt thingies, like risol, was also basically been doing it for my stomach because it feels really good in my stomach. Really calms it down. And, well, yeah. And you can take the vinegar for that too. Should try implementing. Well, yeah, no, not really like that. I mean, I will try it for a bit. I've already been through it. It goes in phases. It's not something I'm gonna do every day. Absolutely not. But periodically, yeah, that works. Right. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna drink vinegar just pure like that. Ew. I'm gonna dilute it, dude. Not just gonna drink vinegar straight out of the bottle. What the hell? You do twice? Wow. Okie dokie. Well, if that's what you like. I mean, I eat a roll of salt where others think like, you're poisoning yourself. So if you want to drink vinegar straight from the bottle, go ahead. But when I drink it, I drink a little bit and then I just dilute it with water. Not a lot, but just some, that it's not just super sour. Yeah, Moxie. Unshorted. Right, okay, I get it. So you're basically using it as like extra stomach acid. It's kind of funny because my parents for a while also used to do that, sort of. They'd always eat, or they wouldn't drink it like that, but they would always insist on having vinegar over their salad, which they would eat afterward. And I always thought that was disgusting. I'm not a great fan of vinegar, as in the taste of it or anything. I really only use vinegar in food, like when I make like a sweet sour type of sauce for like an Asian type meal. Right, so it combines very well with like ginger syrup in sauces. So anyway. Cider vinegar. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Oh, man. Hello, MTRC. Good to see you. Yeah, Glenn Salt. You know, I know about that. I know vinegar is a good acid to basically balance your body with. I know. I've been through all that education, food education myself. Right, but I mean, my body doesn't like feel acidic or anything. I've had that in the past. I mean, it really, it all depends on like what are you going to eat overall, right? So, for example, drinking coffee, yeah, that typically makes your body kind of acidic. I don't drink coffee anymore at all. I don't even drink green tea anymore. It's just mint tea now. So my acid level basically is pretty good, I think, overall. Sugar, yeah, that's true, indeed. Drink lots of coffee. Well, then I guess that you really need the vinegar to counterbalance that. Because I had a lot of issues when that's why I stopped drinking coffee. It just gave me too many stomach issues and all that. I'm really glad, by the way, that I stopped drinking coffee, man. I mean, I've made some good maneuvers this year, health-wise. I guess the salt could be considered as the counter move, not so wise, but I mean, It's been great so far. I just need to like stop it now. Anyway, hey Steamy Traveler, good to see you. Ah, right, Richard, you had the same thing? Yeah, right. As soon as well, I stopped drinking coffee quite a while ago, but then I basically compensated it with drinking a lot of green tea, and it basically gave me the same issue. Like technically, I can drink mint tea like after 12. If I would drink like green tea after 12, I would always get issues from it. So cut out dairy. Yeah, I did stop dairy too. I don't drink dairy. Although I have been eating cheese again, I guess, through pizzas, and that's been working out just fine. Like, I haven't even had a singular type of symptom that would indicate, like, lactose intolerance. That was a surpriser. So, whatever apparent lactose intolerance I had, which was basically like 2 years ago, it might have been also caused by a combination of alcohol and excitotoxins like tea, caffeine, because I haven't really had that issue anymore with cheese, which is very delightful. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly pleasant being lactose intolerant. Issues, but major sugar. Yeah, Steamy Traveler. I mean, but that United States food, indeed, there's a lot of sugar everywhere. And it's also, but a lot of it is also just the way it's processed. I mean, things are refined way too much in America. A lot of it. And that's also bad, right? If you just keep processing food, yeah, living material, which is what food's supposed to be, and you keep processing, eventually it's just will become like incompatible with your body. That's effectively what happens, and then your body has to make effort to assimilate it. Right? Instead of eating something that's like freshly picked lettuce right off the ground, organically grown by yourself with attention, like, I mean, your body assimilates that very quickly, right? Super fresh, nothing had straight out of the ground. But if you, yeah, constantly eat processed food and all that, then that will, yeah, start to like cause like assimilation blockages, you could say. It's like your guts are just gonna have a lot of trouble. It's gonna become almost like a chemical factory because of like it has to process shit all the time, and it overburdens your system. Fermented raw milk? What? Ew. That sounds incredibly gross, LVA Paul. Incredibly gross. I bet it's really healthy though, but I mean, Jesus. Although, yeah, I mean, if it's just cheese, yeah, that is technically fermented milk, but if it's still gonna be milk and then fermented, ew. Anyway. Cuts down on the lactose. Okay. Well, I don't seem to have trouble with lactose anymore. Keto diet to lose weight. Alright, yeah. I've never really had weight issues. I mean, I've had bloating issues where I just get too just stuff myself, usually as an elastic effect of having been very poor for some. I've had those moments. It doesn't really happen anymore. I don't really have all, like, dude, even since I stopped drinking, it's like my belly is almost back to original. I mean, it's never gonna be exactly like it was, but like I lost rotundity after I stopped drinking. Pretty quickly. I mean, how long has it been? When did I stop drinking, guys? Was that like in January? Does anybody here remember? But I mean, it's been 3 months, something like that, less, and it's like. And the funny thing is also is that I can like feel it in my lungs. Like my lungs simply have more room down there to expand into. Like that's I can feel that my gut has shrunk since I stopped drinking. I could literally feel it. Yeah, early January. Yeah, that's what I thought, right. So, man, that made a big difference. But how quickly it went away too. YouTube Santos. I don't know MTRC. Could be. I don't know about that page, but I do know Santos, and he is into like astrology stuff. But I'm not familiar. Yeah, I don't really follow him. He does like things. I don't know. He seems erratic at times. Like in his actual overview things. It's not like even in his personality. It's like in his entire mental legacy, he just seems erratic at times. Like his view on things is just not stable at all. He has systems, and a lot of times they just don't make any freaking sense. Like the guy is, yeah, I mean, I do not like him. And I mean, like, I've known him, I've seen him around, right? I think I even at some point was like on the same hangout or something. I don't know. But no, just there is so much wrong there. Like, I don't trust the guy. Think he has some active, ongoing, really weird connections out there. And he does also just perform word wizardry. I mean, a lot of people do. Like, in a way that's like just busying therapy, right? I don't know, man. It's been a long time. Maybe he's now a lot better. He's changed his ways, but I kind of doubt it. I don't like him, and I don't really care. I mean, some people think he's all the shit. Great. I'll just stick to doing what I do. Not having alcohol. Okay, Dr. Utker. Yeah, that can be tough. I'm so glad that I don't have that. Oh man. Right. Anyway. I guess that all of you are doing something diet-wise. I guess that's good. Steamy Traveler, like, come on. Why even bring that up? Like, the alcohol issues is not about carbohydrates, okay? It's about freaking poisoning your body. Like, entire body has to, like, recover from that. Right? And alcohol technically is a sugar. Yeah. Glenn Salt, I mean, yeah, quitting smoking is gonna be tough, I think. If I'm gonna go there, and I do feel like I might need to. I mean, if I'm gonna quit the salt and these impulses still continue on, then it might actually be the smoking. I mean, I have to eventually stop, because it's gonna get worse and worse over time. Like, whatever is gonna be the effects. I mean, it's not good to smoke on a daily basis. You don't have to, like, chain smoke cigarettes in order for it to be bad for you. Like, if you just do it daily, yeah, even if just a few, it's gonna be bad for you eventually. So chicken broccoli, yeah, okay, Moxie. All right, chicken broccoli works for me too. Feel much better non-smoking. I don't know. I've had long periods not smoking at all, anything, and can't say it was really better. I mean, like, it didn't make me, like, feel better really that much. And also I noticed that I just had more neurotic traits. Right? Smoking is also a habit thing for me. It's like my chemical reset button in a way. And if you don't have that anymore, I naturally become more neurotic. As my ADHD nature just comes out. It's like I just keep just like getting restless and then not knowing what to do and shit. Like even if I don't feel like, oh, I need to smoke something, I don't have. I didn't have that. It's not like, oh god, I've been smoking if I could only... No. But I do just get restless and kind of like ADHD-ish when I don't smoke anything. I've just noticed that. So I basically get more restlessness periodically. Cigarettes are bad and raw tobacco. Well, it's not as bad, but I mean, over time, it's still not great to always be taking that. But yeah, good point. I should really go back to the raw tobacco leaves. I ordered that one time. I should do it again, but I mean, it is kind of costly. I'd need like a surplus in order to order that, and it's gonna take a while before it even gets here, like at least several months. Yeah, Dr. Utker, yeah, take it easy. Yeah? I don't need any anti-smoking advertisement. Thanks. Yeah? I don't respond well to people that are very pushy about that. Understand? There's this whole plague out there. Anti-smoking. And I'm sick of that. Now, of course, if you are an ex-smoker and you really don't want to have anything to do with it, I get that. But just don't get pushy. Don't get overly enthusiastic about, oh, you should really quit smoking, okay? Because it's like, yeah, keep it to yourself. Smoke in general. Okay. Well, it all depends on what's in the smoke, right? It's answering a question. What question? Who asked him a question? What are you getting involved for here, Moxie? Yeah, so Moxie, can you explain to me what question he answered? Yeah? I'm scrolling back. Nobody is asking him any question. Yeah? The only question I see is cigarettes are bad, but is raw tobacco? Question mark? Yeah? And then he gives an answer according to you? Well, that's the only question he gave an answer to. So you're not helping yourself there. Synthetic nicotine. What? Where are you getting that from? Is that really true? So it's like vaping pens, heavy metals, you say? Where are you getting that from? I don't know if that's true. Isn't it a Flat Earth channel? Yeah, it is. label the term GPS? Well, call it PPS then. Like planar positioning system. I mean, it's not that difficult. Right? How does it work? Well, triangulation. A whole bunch of coordinates, towers that just, it's like very similar to echolocation, and then triangulation with it. So it's all about points that can basically interact with their signals. Right, so that's how it works. It's just towers. And I mean, you could use a sat balloon for it as well. Why not? Right? It's just a top-down detector signal system instead of like horizontal through a high-rise tower. Propylene glycol? Okay, LPA Paul. Weird. I don't know anything about vape pens. I had been kind of interested for a while, but I'd been hearing so many mixed things about them. There's all kinds of like cannabis vape pens too and all that. I mean, dude, if it was actually less unhealthy, then I would probably do that. But I mean, it's kind of expensive to just try. I mean, one of these things just like cost 50 euros or something. And it's supposed to last a very long time. But detrimental studies, or which studies? Is it more detrimental to your health than just smoking regulars? They banned it? Really? Okay, yeah, but then again, it's frickin' Australia, and they are like a police state. So... So I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, let's just see all the death cases where it is obviously because of vaping, right? I don't know. Propylene glycol. Maybe I'll ask like Adam Meakin about it. He should know a lot of details. And he knows about chemistry. Popcorn lung? What is that? That sounds terrible, by the way, but... Right, yeah, by the way, just for the record, when I smoke a joint, I don't fully inhale, right? I don't let my lung balloon up to take as much of it as possible, yeah? I don't do that, because that would be really unhealthy. I've like done that maybe a couple of times when I was younger, and I've been sorry every time I done that. So when I smoke, I basically like half inhale it. I never really expand my lungs to like Like when I would hold my breath or something. I don't do that with it because it's very bad. How many hours a day is it okay to sit in front of the computer? Less than I am, for sure. I know. Right? But its effects are very familiar to me since I've been sitting behind computer screens a lot. I've been behind computer screens since I was like 7. And I had a lot more issues with it when I was younger, by the way. Got headaches and like even almost cross-eye type, like issues with my eyes and shit. Because I would, now I have all these in-between routines so that just never happens. I never go in a complete zoned in stare off with the screen like I used to when I was younger. Also, not having like glass tube television type screens anymore helps a lot, because those, yeah, there's like radiation coming off that. It's not very good for your eyes. These modern LCD type screens, they're much better in that sense. Much less damaging. But no, I don't. I mean, I've basically built up, because of the sheer amount, some screen intolerance. Right? But I mean, screen intolerance is very easily fixed. Just stop looking at it. It's like, you notice it? Oh, okay, that means I have to spend some time looking at other stuff. Looking at actual physical, non-light radiating objects. Right? That's how you fix it. Like, you need a break, you need a break. A lot of the times I just listen anyway, right? You don't always have to have your eyes focused on the light emitting liquid crystals. Ooh. Yeah, that's fucked. That's literally, that sounds very deadly. That popcorn lung. But I mean, it's probably because vaping pens, like, it's not hot. Like, it's not, when you inhale it, it's nothing like a cigarette. Like, when I inhale a cigarette or a joint, I can literally feel the smoke entering, right? I can feel where it is, how much of it there is. The freaking vaping pen, like, I've tried that one time. I just didn't even know how much. I would be like, there's nothing there. And then I would blow it out. It's like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Like, it's very weird. Vaping pens are weird things. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people basically, like, fully inhale it by accident continually, because they don't even feel it that much entering their lungs. Combustion versus evaporation, I guess. I eventually need reading glasses. Maybe. But I mean, dude, I can read like the text of the chat right now very easily. No problem whatsoever. Okay. So the issues I had with my eyes, I think, are a spring thing. I think it might even correlate with like pollen, right? Because there is some of it. Flowers are like, spring flowers are getting open. Well, it's known also to have issues on eyes, like you get swollen eyes or something, or you get just tired muscles there. I think that is what I experienced. It's mostly gone away. Now, I did a lot of like healing on it, But like that really like strenuous tension, that was just for like a few days. And I have less trouble now with it. I even said it back then. It's like, this is probably a spring thing. Like, because I have a lot of memories of during springtime that I'm having like trouble like focusing. But it's only during like April, usually. In May, it's already gone. So it's like every year I basically have a whole range, a whole platter of all these different types of weird issues that I get in like specific periods of time, but I keep forgetting it because it's just all these little things all the time. So in a sense, I'm also using the show to catalog it. Because there is like it's not just completely out of nowhere random. It is like based on where in the season it is. It really is. Just noticing that. Get reading glasses at the pharmacy. Eye doctor. Yeah, but look, whatever, wherever I'm gonna go, like, I'm not gonna be, like, I don't need a medical priest, okay? Let's just make things clear. I do not need a medical priest in any form. That means, yeah, I might consider going to a doctor or an eye doctor or whatever, but I will always start out with, let's just be clear, I am the authority about my health. And I might take things you say under advisory, but you cannot force me anything, right? That's the preface for our interaction. That it's like that needs to be said, even, right? Because they might have all their own ideas and conclusions. And like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's, yeah. I know that's what you have to do to keep your business rolling and make money. But I can also figure out other ways to deal with it, right? And one thing that I do know is that once you start using glasses, you become more dependent on them. It's like once you start using glasses, after a while, you literally can't function without them. Yeah? I don't have that issue. I just have like, oh, today I have a bit of trouble with them. That's it. Then it goes away again. Yeah? I don't need glasses. My eyes work great. I can read fine. It's just freaky little print gives me a headache. And sometimes around the springtime, I get a bit like just tired muscles in my eyes and focus issues. That's it. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, of course. I mean, your overall health condition will improve all your organs, including your eyes. I mean, your eyes are just organs, really. Oh God, really? You're comparing glasses to having sex? Are you serious, Glenn Salch? I mean, cannot think of a nerdier thing that could be said than that. But fine. Right. But no, I'm not a glasses guy. Don't like contact lenses either. See people all around me and I'm always like, "Aw, you got fooled. Now you're tool dependent. Aw." I'll just keep training my eyes my entire life. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna work them, right? I mean, the eyes literally have muscles. Did you know that? Well, you should know that. It's only logical. But I mean, it's full of muscle tissue. Like that eyeball is surrounded by muscle tissue. All kinds of muscles there. You know, use them or lose them. Putting on glasses basically means lose them. Because it's like, oh, I don't want to make that effort. Oh, I can't see. Oh, no, you're just lazy with your eyes. Well, not all in cases, but I mean, overall, it's the direction it goes. I just train them. Like, just make more effort. Right? And eating healthy, of course, very important. And yeah, don't freaking live staring in your super high resolution but very small freaking screen. I mean, if I'd have like one of those mobiles that everybody has, a smartphone, I'd be freaking blind in a year. I'm not even joking. Like the other day, well, yeah, I think I talked about it yesterday, how some guy at the store just talked to me and like asked me like, hey, what do you do? And I said like, yeah, I have a channel on YouTube. Then he gave me his phone and I'm like ew, I don't want your phone. Like he expected me to just type the name in it. Like, I don't know how these work, man. And literally just staring at it for like even 2 seconds and it gave me a freaking headache. I fucking hate smartphones. I hate them. I hate them to the degree where I'm like racist against smartphones. And I just feel like, oh, we should just pile them all up and then use a huge mallet or like a hydraulic press and just all squeeze the shit out of them. I fucking hate smartphones. I hate them. I think they should all be recycled and just taken out of society. Fucking hate those things. Even though a lot of people are probably watching my show on it right now. I can't stand them. And I figured this out very early on, by the way. It was never about that. Never about like pilots and palm tops and all that shit. And always like, ugh, no. I want a big screen. Big enough. Doesn't have to be a room-sized screen like some idiot wasting all that power. But I mean, I hate small screens. I can't stand them. They give me a headache very quickly. What sort of phone do I have? Some really cheap ass phone without internet capability. Oh, well, it does have it, but not really. Just some really basic shitty phone with buttons. Yeah? A phone is supposed to have buttons. Physical buttons that don't go away. Ugh. Right? So, yeah, a phone. Super basic. It's just, yeah. I call people with it. And I send text messages. Yeah? That's a phone. I mean, smartphones are not phones. They happen to have a phone function. What the? Okay, who did that? No, the path files. On cue. It's not fucking funny, dude. Do I know about black mirrors? Yeah, I do know about black mirrors. I got one right there. But I mean, dude, every TV screen is a black mirror. So, yeah, we're in a society surrounded by black mirrors. That's right. What the fuck is a black mirror? Well, a black mirror is allegedly a device, non-technological, that was used to communicate with demons by witches. It probably works. I've never really used it. I just made one out of curiosity. I mean, it's not that difficult. You basically just take a glass window and just spray paint it black. And then, on one side. And you got a black mirror. Right? So that's about it. It's like a glass-like reflective surface with black on the other side instead of silver, right? Normal mirrors are silver. It's the purest reflecting. You don't take, it's black. A black reflection. Now you got a black mirror. So yeah, every freaking mobile has this glass plate on it, right? Yeah, oh yeah, that makes it literally a black mirror. Literally. Had some sort of spiritual connection. Allegedly. But I mean, it's like, oh, we have to make some effort to communicate with demons. Well, really, in this age, you need to make effort to communicate with demons. No, not really. I mean, you just walk over to one. There's people with demons in them 24/7. There's demons all over the place. You don't need a black mirror to contact one. We're not in a high Christian society anymore. Yeah? There's demons all around. You can't type as fast as you speak. Yeah, right. I can type faster than I can speak, by the way. Even with this crappy keyboard where half the keys refuse to work. That's not, but sometimes. It's like, it doesn't work. You keep pressing it, and then it's like, oh, it works, but it has to work like 4 times, and then it doesn't work again. Like that kind of shit happens to me all the time. But I mean, my keyboard is like 30 years old or something, so it's amazing it even works at all. That it actually keeps working, that it doesn't just completely freeze up. That is an actual miracle for me. Because it's like, it's not like I keep it super squinty clean or something. I mean, I try to not let it get too dirty, but show keyboard. No, I'm not gonna show keyboard on screen. It looks disgusting. Because it's kind of tough to clean it. I should probably do that. Do I ever vacuum? Well, no. Not really. What I do sometimes is just keep it upside down and then just keep shaking and banging it, and then junk falls out of it. That's as far as I go, and like clean it off with like a piece of paper. But I mean, you just wanted to. Well, it's an old Dell keyboard. You can literally see 80s movies with these keyboards. That's the correct. Yeah, but it's not dirty with dust. It's like. I guess grime is the word. Yeah, it's just stop fucking talking about it. How about that? Right? Should probably clean my keyboard again. I mean, I do it every now and then, but it's just a giant annoying chore. I mean, it like literally takes at least a full hour to clean it, probably more. It sucks. I mentioned tornadoes and storms have been attacking? Did I mention that? Really? Excuse me, but I don't think I just outright stated that. I said it kind of seems like that. I can't prove that. And besides, as far as I can remember back, there's always been extreme weather in the United States. Always there. I mean, since I first, as a preteen kid, like heard the news on the television, it was always something like every freaking year there would be some tornado shit in America. Okay? Every time. So, is that something they're doing, or is their region just naturally fucked because of the weather circumstances there? I'm not sure. Right? But to say they are attacking, I can't prove that. You can have suspicions for sure, but I can't prove that. I mean, yeah. Frequency of storms as well as their intensity. Okay. Sure. But maybe they are like spicing them up or something, making them worse. I mean, I've heard of that before. that they might do that. That they can basically enhance tornadoes forming so that they'll get worse. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty insane if somebody did that. And hey, when it comes to the United States, I really do believe, really believe. I mean, there's some mixed indications of it in the rest of the world, but I mean, the people who are in control at the United States are, for some reason, seem to be completely obsessed with really destroying the country, destroying it. They really want to wreck it. It's crazy. It's like they want to wreck it, not even to rule over the dirt or the ashes or something, but just wrecking it seems to be a thing that's happening over in the United States. It is so destructive about just management. They really just want you all dead. They just want it all dead. Yeah, they want the United States human free. Okay? I'm pretty sure that that's what's happening there. They just want everybody to die there. And then maybe they'll just invite over new migrants, and then they'll do the same thing to them. I just get the feeling more and more like the United States is actually a place where people go to die. Right? You take over, it's all cool, you rule, and then eventually you die. You get exterminated by the people in control. And then they just pull in new people that are unsuspecting, and they'll have a good time. They'll be the person with the best attention that everybody wants or whatever, and then they'll fucking kill them again. I mean, that's what it sounds like. That's my overall impression. That's also... I'm not very eager to go to America, because I feel like if you go there, you're on the death list all of a sudden. They're literally long-term planning to kill you if you live in the United States. In general. Much more than in Europe. I mean, in Europe, there's some messed up policies, and there's basically this neo-communism craziness happening. But at least the people that are they're trying to hold it together for them, right? I mean, it's the communist opponent are they're not literally just ensuring that everything gets completely destroyed. They just want it themselves. On the United States, it just seems like the people there, they just want to destroy everything. They're just trying to wreck everything so that there's no more opportunities. They don't really care about nature. They're oh yes, we love nature, but we'll burn it all down just to create spite against our perceived opponent as well, right? I mean, this is all crazy. They're so anti-human, they're not really for nature. They just want to destroy everything. They're just purely demonic, there's nothing logical about it anymore. Right. Hey, and that might all change around somehow. But I mean, if that's gonna change around, I mean, it's gonna be frickin' war very quickly. I think that like this insane thing that's controlling America and just trying to kill everything, it might be the thing that they're doing just to keep it down, to keep America down. But I mean, like, dude, there should be like such a bloody revolution over there. It's like unbelievable what people get away with there. Unbelievable. I mean, dude, there should be like full on just massive shootouts everywhere at this point. Massive. With some of these people that just are there and what they do. It's insane what you people have become tolerant about. Insane. It's like everybody just lets everything happen. And then you blabber on about this straw man science fiction of your own country. All your perceived rights. In the meantime, you literally don't do anything. You're basically sitting in a cage of your own making. While everything gets wrecked around you. Completely wrecked. And you'll just settle for blabbering about it. Drawing back to your straw man version of your own idyllic country. Yeah, Clammy, why don't you get the fuck out of my show, dick? How about that? I'm not talking about execution, I'm talking... Hey, whenever I talk about that, I talk about that. I'm talking about how insane things are in the United States. And that it is quite intolerable. I mean... I don't understand why they don't just like hundreds of people with shotguns just go storm media buildings and just fucking blow them all to shit. Even when they're freaking live streaming, just kill all these news people. Just fucking slaughter them and slaughter their constituents. Like, why don't you do it? They're literally destroying everything. Why don't you go to civil war over this? They've taken your judges. They're making a mockery out of everything. They're destroying everything, and you're all just sitting there. Straw man blabbering about your fantastical, idyllic America. As a straw man, because it has nothing to do with reality. What? A guidelines conversation? What are you talking about, Adam? Take care about you. What are you talking about? I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm just asking, like, I don't get it why this is not happening. I mean, you guys actually have guns. I don't get it. I don't get it why it just all... It's all just hell. Just letting it all happen. It's what defines the United States. It's hell, and you all just let it happen. Would make that clear? What are you talking about? I don't have to do anything. I talked like this for years. This is not even why I got a strike, Adam Eakin. Do you even know how that actually happened? It's about a very specific subject that's always the current thing. Always. Every strike I've ever got was because of the current thing. Every single time. Yeah, well, that's the wrong question. That's where you get kicked out. Huh? Nobody asks which current thing. I know Glenn Saltz. Yeah, I know someone. It's getting rougher. This is good. Because there's a massive problem in the West, and it's called media. It's called mainstream media. It's called the corporate cult of political correctness and the whole reversed world shebang nonsense. And it's like people are already wary of it, and they're already trying to like bypass it. And there's gonna come a point where it's like, okay, we just don't care anymore what the hell those blabbermouthing retards say on freaking television. We don't care anymore. We're just gonna fucking do it. And we're gonna do it rough. And then, oh, you're gonna push back, we're gonna get even more rough. It's like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Oh, let me do it more wrong then, according to your standard, yeah? The more you whine about it, the rougher we get. It's gonna happen. Just like that. Right? Because it's gotta end. That shit has got to end. We need a media counter-revolution. And, I mean, people have tried it, but these frickin' media psychos and their constituents, they have power. They have power through the judicial system, so they literally try to take other people down. Crazy. So yeah, how do you do it then? Well, somebody, somewhere, a whole bunch of people have to decide, like, now it's done. No more of this. Like, your freedom of speech is now declined. You don't get that anymore. And like, oh, it doesn't, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fuck you. How about fuck you and frickin' get out of this world now? Yeah? How about we're so fucking sick of your legal abuse. Everything they've done is legal abuse about everything. Manipulation, abuse, hypocrisy. It's over. People will simply not give a shit anymore about it, and they will even do the opposite. More. It's like, oh, you with your mind control little shit scheme, you don't want me to do this? Okay, let me do it even more then. Yeah? That's the only proper response. Yeah. There is alternative media. Yeah, but not really though. It's not really allowed. I mean, even in the Netherlands, there's like this one show on the television that is alternative news that doesn't go with the mainstream bullshit, like the state narratives and all that, the garbage. And literally there's whole teams of people that they are spending like millions of euros just to try to get them to not be able to air anymore. They don't want any competition. So, oh, it's there. Yeah, but barely. Barely. Right? The Tories. Nobody stormed the Capitol. It's nonsense, Akumu. But I'm not getting involved in that anyway. Don't bring it up. Nothing happened there. It was just a bunch of people hanging around. It's on video just how police officers just let him in and all that. I mean, come on. Would I consider my show an alternative to mainstream? No, because I'm not the news, Steamy Traveler. This is not a news show. This is, well, believe it or not, and a lot of people don't, this is an educational show. This is not about the news. I'm not trying to be the news. This here's a perfect example. Oh, hey, this is a perfect example of a scumbag getting kicked out of my chat. Huh? Bye. Fuckwit. Bye. Yeah. But you should be concerned because it's people like you that are going to be on the receiving end of that. Because that's where you like to hang. Yeah, that's the type of person you are. So yeah, you should be worried. You should be worried about that inevitable revolution that's going to finish it all off. Because you're going to be on the receiving end of such things. Because that's where you like to hang with your spirit and your actions. That's what you focus on. So you're going to be on the receiving end of it then. You should be worried. Right? And not about me saying it, because me saying things on my show doesn't do anything. There's nobody waiting for a starting signal from me. There's no group I'm communicating to when I talk about this. I'm just sharing my opinion and my foresight on what I think will happen. And yeah, I might long for that, right? My personal desires might be a little dark sometimes, but yeah, what can you do? I'm a warrior? Nah. In the sense that I worry. Warrior with 2 O's, maybe. or yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like, yeah, but I am not like this. I'm not a military person type. Warrior at heart. I'm a spirit warrior. I'm a warrior in spirit, and I am a communicator. So, warrior in spirit, for sure. I have a very warlike mind also. It's like, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Let's get it over with. That's in me. There's this longing, and I express it. Like, I am not gonna hide that shit. I used to hide that. Be like, oh, I'm afraid to be seen as somewhat offensive. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Yeah? It's like, oh yeah, really? Yeah, really. I'm just gonna frickin' say it now. I don't give a shit if people are scared. Get over yourself, man. You know how fucked up this world already is? And you're scared of me. It's like, oh, are you scared that I'll be the spark that'll light the powder keg that is the world? Oh no! He might say something and then it'll all blow up. Yeah, well, guess what, man? I think this keg has gathered enough powder already. Yeah? What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen eventually? Yeah, I'm not gonna be lighting any fuses here with this. I'm just pointing out, like, hey, that keg over there, it's kind of full with powder. And there's just people walking around with candles, you know? You might want to not do that. Right? I'm not the one tossing a lit candle in the powder keg, okay? I mean, it's pretty much going to happen by itself. Eventually, someone is going to trip and have the candle fall right into it, right? Right. Anyway, yeah. Hey, Guns to Never Own. I'm good. The weather kind of sucks, though. What? Oh my god! It's 1.5 hours later. I thought I was just doing this for like half an hour or something. Wow, time has flown. That's crazy. I only got 15 minutes left. That happened really quickly. Right, what am I gonna call this show today? I mean, it's been all over the place. Talking about health stuff. Oh. Do you believe in this? What the fuck kind of question is that? What the hell? Disembodied. Oh, okay. That's a weird way to say it. I guess you mean out of body experience? Or out of body projection? Yeah. I mean, what do I think about it? Yeah, that happens. I don't really do that. But there's other people that really do that. On the other hand, look, even like part of the healing and reading people at a distance and all that, healing at a distance, that is technically extra bodily. I mean, if you can like heal somebody, like a lay on hands thing, when they're like 1,000 miles away, that kind of sounds as like disembodied, doesn't it? That is really like, yeah, I'm not physically touching them, yet it's still working. Can I see myself in my dreams? No, not really. But I do have a self-image. Well, maybe if you roll out another set of subjects this last 15 minutes, that'll help getting me a title of the show by bringing up completely different subjects. I'm sure that'll help. It was so bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Power pants. Yes, his audio yesterday sucked severely, and I stopped watching too. I don't know what the hell is up with his sound system, but I really do think it's not even his mic, it's just the way it has it arranged on his computer or something. It's just a mess. Easter Eve? What? What? Identified, possessed by visual recognition? Yeah? Well, I don't even need visual recognition. Guns are never. You can also just, if you know them, you know their voice, you can hear it when somebody is possessed. When they're not themselves, you can hear that. Can my soul be imparted from my flesh and still maintain conscious awareness? Well, no, your spirit, not your soul, really. But yes, I've experienced that. Now, I can't prove that, but I mean, I've had an 80-year extra bodily experience. Some of which was very oddly interfacing with physical reality through other people. But the majority, I was literally in a state where I literally had a myself body thing. I could feel things, but also I didn't have physical substance. So literally somebody could like move their arm right through my body without me even feeling it. Or well, I'd feel something. I'd feel something on my energy, but not any physical touch sensation. Right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, you can. Definitely. I've experienced it myself. Right. But again, it's not good. Yeah? You know what my technique is for? Let me just describe it again. It's putting yourself back in your body. Because being not in your body is not good for your body and for you. So, yeah, I'm actually avoiding extra bodily experiences in that sense, yeah? Like, no, I want to be in my body. I already have trouble staying there. I wander off and then my body suffers because my mind got lost out there, basically. I'm thinking too much about things that don't really concern me that much, yet I let it concern me too much. Dwell on things that I shouldn't. Right? Chemicals are synthetic, demons aren't. Yeah. And they're just lying in wait inside of you. I mean, you give them room and they'll take it. That's how they work. Do I think rainbows would exist? Wasn't a spinning globe? No. Not at all. I mean, rainbows only really happen with the sun, don't they? Right? Like that. I mean, you can have prismatic effects, the prism, but a real rainbow, as we see them, like a holographic phenomenon, very much so in your face, yeah, that requires the sun to be, well, holographic. And it can't work with a gigantic lamp at a vast distance. It makes no sense that it would. Yeah? So yeah, on a spinning ball we would not have rainbows, ever. Because that wouldn't work with a gigantic lamp at a distance. That's not how rainbows manifest the way that they do, holographically. Yeah, moving with you. All that. Yeah, that wouldn't happen if we lived in the actual heliocentric universe. Because that can't happen, right? We can't make a rainbow the way it appears with a lamp at a distance, no matter how bright or big it is. Right? It requires celestial sunlight for it to be holographic, right? You can't create prismatic light. You just can't have it be a hologram that's mid-air that just moves with you. That only works with the celestials. Yeah, so unless you can make a celestial sun holographic thing, then you might be able to make a rainbow with it. But yeah, good luck with that. This will really help with my friends? No, I don't care. That helps with your friends or doesn't. It's just an opinion. I mean, globe numpties are still gonna say, oh, of course it works. Just look outside. It is that sun, and that does cause the rainbows. Yeah. So you're just gonna presuppose it's all the heliocentric universe in order to come to what we see. And that's what the globe religions. That's what the globe religion does. Yeah. Of course, it works on the globe because it's there. All right. Man, this weather is not getting any less miserable. Well, I think I might just keep this show untitled. I mean, it's been so over the place, I can't really even figure out a coherent theme for it. I mean, I could make mention of the frickin' salt or whatever. Pope's exorcist. Really? Russell Crowe, oh dear. One of the most intangible people in Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not gonna be great, Guns N' Everone, but I mean, yeah, sure, I might check it out. Yeah, Steamy Traveler, yeah, he was. And he thinks he can just hang around here now. And, I mean, he hasn't really literally done anything. But, yeah, I'm very well aware of that. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, do that again, and you are out. But apparently you like to hang around the channels that you literally help take down, because you're a little freaking insane. Yeah, you don't need to reflect anything of me. You are not me, yeah? I don't go hanging around channels that I then literally try to take down, yeah? You are nothing like me, Only the Lonely. Nothing. I would never do that, even if I freaking hated the person, you see? We're nothing alike. You're not behaving yourself like me. You're being tolerated here, right now. Don't know how long that's gonna last. Yeah, but I don't hang around with people and then take their channels down. That's what deranged scumbags really do, you see? They're a bit crazy like that. And you're crazy to even want to hang around after you've done that. You are technically insane, in my opinion. I think I could probably prove that. Right? So, you're nothing like me. Okay? I'm simply tolerating you right now. Black Mirror away from getting snatched. FED? Yeah, FED. Yeah, I'm gonna round out the show. Right. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogans it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live. which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, and the membership system over at my other YouTube channel. Maybe. It's really hard to get that out of my routine. It's harder to get something out of a routine than to get it in, really. I mean, you just start doing it and it just works quickly, but getting it out again, oh my god, that's difficult, right? Anyway. So please support me through the PayPal and Patreon. That would be much appreciated. You can always use it. Right. So I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 1563. That will be on a Friday. And I'm going to join the Flat Earth debates over at Nathan Oakley 9080 channel, which is already started up. Hope to see you there in chat. And until the next video, keep it flat.